AmericanExpress.org.
Retired or retiring soon? How much money do you need to live comfortably? Retirement Planners of America is here for you. Would you like to have financial peace of mind? Here's how. Step 1. Find out the amount of money you'll need to retire. Step 2. Have a plan to get there. Step 3. Make sure that plan can take advantage of market gains but protect you from market losses. Discover how to do all three with a free consultation at 800-508-6108. That's 800-508-6108.
All investments involve risk, including losses. Past performance does not guarantee future results.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. 120,000 miles of night drives, daily commutes, and who knows how many.
Are we there yet?
Through countless fixes, elbow grease, and a new radiator, you kept your ride alive. With eBay Motors, you have over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Are you the parent of a 2 to 7-year-old? Listen closely for an exciting free radio offer. By now, you've probably heard of ABC Mouse, the Parents' Choice Award-winning online learning program that's actually changing the lives of early learners everywhere.
ABC Mouse is like a little one-on-one teacher. It has helped us so much.
Right now, we're offering a special radio promo to try it free for a month. But you have to go to abcmouse.com/radio to claim your free month. That's abcmouse.com/radio.
Sponsored by Age of Learning.
You don't have to miss a second of your favorite talk show at home or at work. Listen on your smart speaker, on your Alexa or Google smart home device. News Radio 1440.
It's 5 till. This is America in the Morning. Welcome back. Unhappy workers at the happiest place on earth may be setting the stage for a labor strike. Kevin Carr has the story.
This weekend, workers at Disneyland in Southern California voted to authorize a strike, which passed with 99% of the vote. It would be the first strike to hit Disneyland in 40 years. The final decision is up to the Disney Workers' Rising Bargaining Committee. Disney Resorts has said this week that they will continue negotiations on a contract that expired in June. The specific issue behind the strike vote is to allow employees to wear pro-union pins while on the job. But other issues like unfair disciplinary actions, worker surveillance, and wage increases are on the table, as Union Representative Anton Farnby told NBC News.
While we respect the fact that Disneyland have built their brand, they built it on the back of these workers. And we feel that the workers should be compensated and they should be earning a part of what has been built because they have led the way in building the Disneyland that we know today.
Cost of living rates in the county have increased by a factor of 5 over the past several decades, and some workers have taken to living out of their cars or in motels in spite of the resort's $19.90 minimum wage. A strike would be limited to about 9,500 employees, and Disneyland has said they plan to keep the park open. An additional 4,500 employees who work in other areas of the park are facing a similar contract negotiation when theirs expires in September. Character performers who organized under Actors Equity this spring would not be included. I'm Kevin Carr.
Strong weekend at the box office with a sequel from a 1990s film taking the top spot and the fourth installment of a classic in second place. Entertainment correspondent Margie Zaraletta has details.
That's a tornado right there, baby. Get some photos of that, man. Where's the tornado?
Twisters opened in theaters this weekend with $80.5 million in ticket sales domestically, according to industry figures. That's about $30 million more than expected. It's a sequel to the 1996 movie Twister with a new group of tornado chasers.
I know you love your dada. Go up, say dada. Dada. Yeah, he loves you. Dada. He's got a shot on his face. Or with his body language.
Despicable Me 4 takes second place, with Inside Out 2 checking in at number 3.
Don't move.
Isn't it scary being an FBI agent?
Long Legs is number 4. A Quiet Place Day 1 is 5th. I'm Archie Zaraletta.
That's our show for today, Monday, July 22nd, 2024. America in the Morning is produced by Jeff McKay. Our senior producer, Kevin Delaney. I'm John Trout. This is Westwood One.
Hi, I'm Dr. Lamrik Falusi with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Did you know that tooth decay is an infection? Luckily, cavities are largely preventable. The bacteria that cause cavities pass from parents to children, so good oral health is a family affair. Take care of baby teeth as soon as they emerge by brushing them with a smear of toothpaste with fluoride. Talk with your pediatrician about your baby's oral health and take him to the dentist by age 1. For more, visit healthychildren.org.
You see miracles all the time at our children's hospital, but miracles never come easy. That's why, as great as children's hospitals are, they need our support to keep miracles happening. Put your money where the miracles are. Support your Children's Miracle Network hospitals.
Stay up to date with the news any time of day, anywhere you are, by listening to News Radio 1440 on your Alexa. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440. WLWI-AM is News Radio 1440, also heard on 95.1 HD3 FM in Montgomery, a Cumulus media station.
This is the CBS News World News Roundup, sponsored by O'Reilly Auto Parts.
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Vice President Harris begins the first full day of her campaign for president less than 24 hours after President Biden's stunning announcement he would step aside. And we have breaking news from Washington, where a potential challenger for the Democratic nomination, West Virginia Senator Joe Manchin, has just told CBS Mornings,
I'm not running for office. I could not believe that there was not going to be a primary process or a mini process. Other countries do it. I'm not looking for I don't need that as far as in my life. The attention that people think that when you speak up, you're just looking for attention. Why is everyone afraid to speak out?
Yesterday, Manchin, newly registered as an independent, said he was considering switching back to the Democratic Party to mount his own campaign. Donations once again pouring into the Democratic campaign. Officials report almost $50 million raised in the hours following President Biden's announcement. Correspondent Ed
We got plenty of money to give away.
Needed money.
The money was becoming an issue. Donald Trump now has more money on hand than Joe Biden does in his campaign coffers. And so that was a signal that after weeks of hearing that donors were withholding large sums of money, not only to his campaign, but to the various super PACs that run ads and try to find people across the country to turn out and vote, that it was going to become difficult to keep the lights on.
Vice President Harris is making her first appearance since Mr. Biden ended his campaign, addressing members of the NAACP at the White House this morning. Leaders around the world are weighing in on the switch-up. Belgium's Foreign Affairs Minister, Hajab Labib.
Biden did a great job for many, many years. It was a courageous decision.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is on a flight to Washington right now, where he's scheduled to meet with Mr. Biden this week and address Congress. On his agenda, discussions on
achieving the release of all our hostages, defeating the Hamas, confronting the terror axis of Iran and its proxies.
Before he left for the U.S., Israeli public broadcasting says Netanyahu was briefed on the deaths of 2 more hostages in Gaza. The IDF has not detailed the circumstances. Most airlines are back on track after a global computer outage that triggered major delays around the world beginning Friday. But one carrier, Delta, still canceling flights. CBS's Courtney Keeley.
The major IT outage last Friday has disrupted thousands of flights since then. Delta Airlines CEO Ed Bastian has apologized and says the carrier is offering bonus sky miles and travel vouchers for passengers who've been impacted.
More than 750 flights overall in the U.S. have been canceled today. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Let's see, if something costs less, but people are happier with it, that sounds like something to look into, and that is MediShare. Maybe you've heard switching to MediShare to pay for healthcare can save many families up to $500 a month, and that is huge. But it's also true that people are way more satisfied after making the switch, too. The member satisfaction rate for MediShare is double that of the typical health insurance plan. Double. MediShare works, too. It's been around for 30 years. Members have shared more than $5 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. So, yeah, really, you can save a ton, like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care. So if you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan you're happy with, you can call right now. You'll get a price within 2 minutes. So see what you can say. This is a very, very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. Call 877-26-BIBLE. That's 877-26-BIBLE. 877-26-BIBLE.
LeBron James will be front and center for the start of this week's Summer Olympics. The Lakers star has been selected as the male flag bearer for Team USA at the opening ceremony Friday night in Paris. He's the third basketball player and the first men's player to do so. LeBron is set to play in the Olympics for the fourth time after he was part of U.S. teams that won bronze in 2004, gold at Beijing in 2008, and gold again in London in 2012. Adrian Beltre, Joe Mauer, Jim Leland, and Todd Helton inducted into the Baseball Hall of Fame in Cooperstown. Former Colorado first baseman Helton got more than 79% of the vote.
The awards that have come to me from baseball are beyond the wildest dreams of a young rookie coming out of the University of Tennessee.
Beltre led this year's class. He got 95% of support from the Writers Association. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
Prescriptions requiring online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, did you know there's a generic form of Viagra that works just the same but is 95% cheaper? And you can get it online at hims.com/radio. Through HIMS, you'll get a free medical consultation to determine the ED medication that's best for you. Discreet shipping if prescribed, a 100% online process, and a range of treatment options, including trusted generic alternatives to the name brands, at up to 95% off. ED is personal, and at HIMS, so is treating it. Just go to hims.com/radio and get connected to a licensed medical provider online for free, with zero copay, no expensive appointments, and no awkward face-to-face conversations. To start your free online visit, you need to go to this exclusive address, hims.com/radio. That's hims.com/radio for your free online visit. hims.com/radio.
Take advantage of the sweetest deal of the summer. For a limited time, go to this station's website and get a $50 gift certificate for $25 to Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Epicure is the second-generation family-owned restaurant that has been serving up amazing steaks, smoked items, Gulf raw oysters, fried, grilled, and boiled seafood for over 42 years. Get the best deal on meat and three Tuesday through Saturday, 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Dinner is 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. Come and experience the warmth and hospitality that only a family-owned business can offer at Epicure and Jack's Tavern. Come in and pick your vibe, whether you want elegant dining in Epicure or to just hang out with some friends around Jack's Tavern. Live music Friday and Saturday. Break the chain. Eat local with your neighborhood mom and pop, located right off exit 179 in Milford, Alabama. This sweet deal won't last long, so act fast before this deal sells out. Go to this station's website and get a $50 gift certificate for $25 at Epicure and Jack's Tavern.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial. The Ben Shapiro Show, Monday night at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it.
Oh, Lord.
Your WSFA First Alert Weather Forecast on News Radio 1440.
Sponsored by ExpressPros.com. Are you ready for a new job? Express Employment Professionals helps tens of thousands of people find jobs every year and never charges a fee. Find your next job with Express Employment. Go to ExpressPros.com to find your location. That's ExpressPros.com.
Mild start to our Monday will give way to a warm afternoon. Temperatures will top out in the upper 80s to low 90s. Clouds, some sunshine today, along with widely scattered showers and storms and high humidity. Tonight we'll see lows in the low 70s with a lingering shower. For the rest of the week, features much more of the same weather. Highs will be on either side of 90. Scattered rain and storm chances possible each day with lows in the 70s. And that's your First Alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. Right now, things are looking pretty good. Nothing's being reported by the authorities that would send you on an alternate route. Looking at your traffic flow maps, no backups or slowdowns.
Can't even handle the border. They don't handle the country. I don't think so. He don't either.
Larry Live Oak, make sure you've got the right insurance for your needs and lifestyle. And Larry's been customizing insurance.
She can't handle a border. How is she going to handle a country? She can't. She won't stop illegal aliens. Large Cody calls and habits. What's Cody?
Good morning, I'm Jasmine Williams at WSFA 12 News. Here's what's happening this Monday.
President Joe Biden is out of the race. He announced he's pulling out of the 2024 campaign. Soon after announcing his decision, he officially endorsed his Vice President Kamala Harris. Alabama lawmakers are reacting. Congresswoman Terry Sewell, the only Democrat representing Alabama in Congress, endorsed Harris. Alabama Governor Kay Ivey, a Republican, took to social media and said, "We need Donald Trump back in the White House." Impacts of a massive outage last week.
I think need is a big word. We don't need Biden, but we need Donald Trump. Well, that's a whole different story. That's a whole different story, brother. I don't know. Need is a...
This year's Rock the South is officially over. Rain and storms turned the festival grounds into a muddy mess in Coleman this weekend, but event organizers said it was still a success. Eric Church, Jelly Roll, Hardy all performed this year. I'm Chaz Williams with your morning headlines.
Montgomery Men's Health exists for guys who get it done. Let's talk, fellas. You solve problems all day at work. You fix your sink when it's broken. But when it comes to ED and low T, it doesn't get done. We get it. You hate going to the doctor, but you're the guy that fixes things. At Montgomery Men's Health, there's nothing to fear, no reason to delay. We've been destroying bedroom boredom for years. Our friendly, discreet team of medical providers will take the time to listen. So if you haven't fixed this, call us. When the pills fail, call us. If you feel like you've tried everything, call us. Here, there's hope. From the conventional to the next level. Imagine finally taking care of this with no surgery. Imagine going from feeling gray to living life in vibrant color. It's time to be confident. Join the thousands of guys who have found success after walking through our doors. Will you be one of them? Dial 334-440-3663 or go to MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com to schedule a $99 male performance consultation, including blood work. Do it for you. Do it for her. MontgomeryMen'sHealth.com. Book your appointment now.
Did you know that June is Men's Health Month?
Ladies, now is the time to encourage the men and boys in your life to make that doctor's appointment he's been putting off, or talk to the doctor about the symptoms he's been having. We're outliving men by 5 years. Let's change that by raising awareness this month on preventable health problems, early detection, and treatment of diseases that impact men and boys.
Men, it's time to talk to the younger generation and encourage healthy lifestyles, exercise more, drink more water, and cut down on junk food. Let's set an example for our kids and not only affect their lives, but the lives of their children. June is the perfect time to schedule your annual checkup and make those healthy lifestyle changes.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
I got smart about mortgages, smart about college.
When it comes to your money, whatever you want to get smart about, you can find it at smartaboutmoney.org, a free online resource from the nonprofit National Endowment for Financial Education. Smartaboutmoney.org, the easy place to start when you want to get smart.
He's the voice of the conservative millennial.
Ben Shapiro.
The Ben Shapiro Show, tonight at 8 p.m. on News Radio 1440. Depend on it. Need to reset. Refocus on your day. The moment where you take a deep breath and change the focus from the problem to the problem solver. This is Decisions with Kevin Elkins.
And good morning, Montgomery, Alabama. It is time to rise and shine once again. For it is one more day, one more. You're on top of the ground, and the ground's not on top of you. I'd say that's something to be thankful for this morning. Good morning to you. I'm Kevin Elkins, and this is News Radio 1440. It is time for our daily bread. A word from on high, something that'll change your perspective or give you a new one. Either way, it's good for the soul. Good morning. It is July the 22nd, 2024 AD. Today's daily bread is simply entitled Instruments for Good. Our scripture insight today comes from Ephesians 2, 4 through 10. But we get started off by talking about James 4 and 17, which reads, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. I think that's saying if you know the right thing to do, do it. And again, it is July the 22nd, 2024. It is a day that has never been before, and it is a day that will never, ever come again. And once it's gone, you don't get a do-over. You don't get it back. You don't get to summon it from the past. You don't get to come back and do all the things that you should have done this day that you don't. And more importantly, you don't get a chance to come back and undo the things that you do. So whatever it is that you do with this day, July the 22nd, 2024, that if tomorrow should be, you'll be glad of what you have done on this day. If you've been around a while, you've heard many, many yesterdays. And if we are blessed and given the grace, the mercy, the love of God, we may see some tomorrows. But if tomorrow should never be, then it is this day. That is the first day of the rest of our lives. What are we going to do with them? Well, do what you can, while you can, for whom you can, until you can. Because somewhere along the line, somewhere in our lives, all of us have gotten a helping hand from somebody. A word of encouragement, a shoulder, an ear lent to you to hear. Think for a second. Think about it. We all have been given a hand up from somebody, somewhere, sometime. We can do no less. Benjamin Elijah said, whatever we do in life, we should do it so well, no man living, no man dead, no man yet to be born can do it any better. And I say if that is the standard by which you live life, you'll always be successful. Oh, you'll fail at a thing or two, we all do. But you're never a failure until you quit. We say give out if you must, rest if you can, but you never quit. You never give up. Jimmy Valverde once said in 1993 at the ESPY Awards, he said, there are three things you ought to do each day. You ought to think, you ought to cry, and you ought to laugh. He said, do that. You've had an interesting day. I've had some of those days. What about you? Instruments for good. That's our daily bread for the day. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine. We'll be back.
Welcome to today's encouragement from our daily bread. I'm Bill Crowder, and I called our reading Instruments for Good. The criminal had been apprehended, and the detective asked the perpetrator why he had brazenly attacked someone with so many witnesses present. The response was startling. I knew they wouldn't do anything. People never do. That comment pictures what is called guilty knowledge, choosing to ignore a crime even though you know it is being committed. The Apostle James addressed a similar kind of guilty knowledge, saying, if anyone then knows the good they ought to do and doesn't do it, it is sin for them. Through his great salvation of us, God has designed us to be agents of good in the world. Ephesians 2:10 affirms, for we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. These good works aren't the cause of our salvation, rather they are the result of our hearts being changed by God's Holy Spirit taking up residence in our lives. The Spirit even gives us spiritual gifts to equip us to accomplish those things for which God has recreated us. As God's workmanship, may we yield to his purposes and the empowering of his Spirit so that we can be his instruments for good in a world that desperately needs him. Today's Our Daily Bread devotional scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 2, verses 4 through 10. But because of his great love for us, God, who is rich in mercy, made us alive with Christ even when we were dead in transgressions. It is by grace you have been saved.
And God raised us up with Christ and seated us with him in the heavenly realms in Christ Jesus, in order that in the coming ages he might show the incomparable riches of his grace, expressed in his kindness to us in Christ Jesus. For it is by grace you have been saved through faith, and this is not from yourselves, it is the gift of God, not by works, so that no one can boast. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Let's pray. Loving God, thank you for the salvation you've provided as a free gift of grace. Please give us the courage and wisdom to know how best to serve you and others. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Thanks for listening today. My name is Bill Crowder, and today's encouragement was provided by Our Daily Bread Ministries.
Thanks, Bill. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces of these United States. As a matter of fact, I just got a blip a couple minutes ago. Young Sergeant, I believe is he from Birmingham or South Carolina? I think he died in Korea on a car accident. Prayers go out to his family, to his relatives. And now we pay homage to all of our armed forces, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, and Space Force. Haven't quite figured out what Space Force does yet, but they're part of the family. I guess they're doing something out there on Maxwell and places like that. Good for them. Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine if you can, and if you can't, well, try harder. And now let's give a little shout out to all of our local civil servants, the city of Montgomery and all the guys there, the Montgomery Sanitation Department, the fire department, MFD, like we like to call them, my buddies. How about Montgomery Police Department? I hope they've taken my suggestions about how to get new policemen already. So if I would go down there and sign up already, but I'm a little too old for that. But I think I could push that car. Maybe tough, but I think I could. I'll get to working on that. Z told me I probably couldn't beat him running either. He took PT the other day for one day and he think he got me maxed. We'll see. Takes more than one day of PT, brother, to beat the dad. Okay, maybe don't. Anyway, good morning to you. Hope this day finds everybody well, and it's a great day to be alive, and I'm feeling good this morning. I sure hope you are. Besides that, any day on top of the ground, you got me. It's better than the day underground. I'm just saying. Be glad. Someone asked me, said, why do you say the same thing every day? Well, because each day is not yesterday. Things happen. And sometimes we need to motivate. Why do we go to church every Sunday? Well, most of us go to church every Sunday because it's a different day. Different things happen. Now, any other questions? I know what y'all want to talk about this one. I know what you want. I feel you. No, I got you. I feel you. I know you're just biting at the chomps right now. Let's say, I know. I feel you. Their motto is Semper Fidelis. But the Marines couldn't pronounce that. So they made it short, Semper Fi. But whether it's Semper Fidelis or Semper Fi, it all means the same thing. Always faithful. And they still owe me one of them dress blue uniforms. Okay, it cheated me out of my destiny back in the day. What year was that? 1978, 75, one of them years. Anyway, they cheated a brother. I was supposed to be a Marine. Talking about I was too short to be airborne. Who ever heard of such a thing? Who? Anybody? I should go down to the Marine recruiting office right now and slap somebody. But I don't feel like taking a butt whooping, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. If I want to slap somebody, I'm just going to go down to the Navy office. They can't be tough. Wait a minute. Hold it. Time out. Whoa. I better leave the Navy guys alone, too, because they may have one of them tridents on their chest. and I don't know nothing about it. Okay, I'm gonna leave that alone too. Okay, so I'm just gonna look in the mirror and slap myself. I mean, what can I tell you? Good morning to you. It's time to rise and shine this morning. I'm feeling pretty good. Hopefully you're feeling good. Now, yesterday I was feeling really good. Yesterday I was feeling real good. I was feeling good. Biden decided to get out of the race that he never was really in anyway. But then messed up right during the height of my adulation, right during the height of my motivation. What do I hear? Kamala Harris is running for president of the United States. Now, Biden gave her one job, just one job, to do something about the border. Has she done something about the border? She sure has. Since they've been in office, there's more illegal people coming over to this country. Okay, so no, if she can't handle the border, how in the hell is she going to handle the country? I mean, seriously. I mean, he gave her one job. Go down there and report on the border. Make some suggestions. How do we do this? Well, the way you do it, you shut the border down. I could figure that out. Okay, you shut the border because, ladies and gentlemen, it is not if something is going to happen because of that border. It is a matter of when, and when it does. Because it will, when it does. I mean, we've already had illegal aliens come across the border and kill Americans. They've already come across. Okay. Now, I know what you're saying. You're saying that, well, we got people killed that were from here. Absolutely, I totally agree with you. So, why in the world do we need to bring other people in to kill our citizens when we're doing a pretty good job by ourselves? That's what I'm saying. Okay, I'm just saying. So her one job was to go down there and look at the border and fix it. Did she do that? No. As a matter of fact, it has gotten worse. Okay, and I'm gonna give Biden a pass because mentally, cognitively, he's just not here. Okay, I'm still trying to figure who the real president is. I know it ain't June Pierre. No, she can't even get her lies straight at a press conference. So it's not her. But anyway, good morning to you. So I know all you guys are biting at the chumps right now. And what are we gonna do? Well, we just went from bad to almost just as bad. But that's okay. The Democrats have a right to put. So I'm sending the story yesterday, right? And I'm going to my friends. Hey, aren't you glad that Biden? Then a black man turns around and looks at me. You want Trump? I said, I'll take a Trump 12 days a week beside her. And he wanted to fight. Now, I kind of backed off the brother a little bit because I didn't want to pulverize him right there because I didn't feel like spending the night in jail and stuff like that. But you see the stupidity of some Democrats? Guy wants to fight because I choose not to support Joseph Robinette Biden. Come on. I don't even think he supports himself. But anyway, and then what did they do? They bring up a cackling woman who can't even get the border straight, and we're supposed to let her run the country. Woo! Now, if the truth be told, I would rather, if I had my rathers, I would rather have DeSantis or Ramaswamy. That's who I like on the Republican side. And Manchin, you know, I mean, I think I could live with him. He's a reasonable guy. But no, I'd rather have a Trump out of all the folks. Since that's who's running, you got two choices. Because in America right now, we become a two-party nation, Democrat and Republicans, and the Democrats and Republicans won't let independents actually have access to the ballot in a way that anybody could run. See? So anyway, so you got to pick a Democrat or a Republican. I mean, Kennedy is running, you know, but that man ain't even getting a spoon thrown out to him. Okay. So anyway, so much for that. So I hope everybody's happy. Now, so yesterday there were two sides to this story. Some people were absolutely happy. Some were actually crying in the streets for a guy, especially black folks, for a guy who said his best friend was Robert Byrd, a Grand Master of the KKK. Okay then, I'm giving you. Black folks actually crying in the streets because he ain't running. Woo! What's wrong with this nation? 860-1440, let me see who this is. Good morning, who's this? Good morning to you. I'm doing pretty good. How many were? Why were they disenfranchised? Oh, okay. I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah. Hmm. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Well, okay. Right. But as soon that's when I voted for the guy here, a Democrat here, and the Democrat, the guy who came in second, the Democrat said, "Well, we don't want him. We're gonna throw him out." So the problem is, and I wish people would understand this: your votes don't really count when it comes to the party. The party you can, your party, and this is what the last Secretary of State told me. Said, "I'm sorry, but the party can do pretty much what they want to do, whether that's Alabama or the National Party. Your vote, they can take all your vote, like they took mine and threw it in the garbage can. But if you and I, right. If you and I go down there and take those same old votes though and throw them in the garbage can, they want to put us in jail." Yeah. Well, he's just been an old man. Just been an old. He's just been an old man. I mean, no, no, I do not. But there are people who do. No, no, no. He's been that way since he started running. Because Biden's not running. But Biden's not running the country. Anybody would walking around since no, yeah, Biden's not running the country. I mean, well, that's the mystery. Yeah, that's the mystery. Oh well. Now that's true. Now you talking about a threat to democracy, right? Yeah, yeah. And that's a threat to democracy or whatever. We're not a democracy, but for this conversation, we use that. You're absolutely right. I didn't think about that, but that's a bigger threat to democracy when you take people's vote and you throw them in the trash. 14 million, you throw them in the trash. Say, "Oh, sorry about that." you know, yeah, yeah. And they'll never win. It just right, right, yeah. And well, we know now who the threat to democracy is. It's the Democratic Party. Hey, appreciate your call. Let me see here now. 7:34 in the morning. Good morning. Who's this? Not that it matters. Morning. Oh no, not me, not me, not me. I'm good. That was her job. That was her job. Yeah. Okay. The president of the United States could have made an wait a minute. President of the United States could have made an executive order. No, 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 no. He could have made an executive order like he does on everything else and closed the border. Yes. You don't wait, so people coming across the border, people coming across the border killing American citizens, that doesn't bother you? Okay. The Constitution does not give us health care. And again, that's not in the Constitution. That's a government benefit. Again, that's not the Constitution. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, where is she? Yeah, I don't know. Mm. Well, wait. What kind of language you using this morning? Wait. This ain't the rally. Okay. Yeah. Uh, I don't mind hearing a little blue language every once in a while, but yeah. You sound as crazy. Wait. You sound as crazy as Biden does this morning. Anyway, okay. I know, but he take one from me. But he was. Oh, oh, what? Oh, what? It wasn't a bullet. It wasn't a bullet. Okay then. Okay. Well, listen, they got all kinds of. Yeah. Okay. Well, listen. If you don't believe it, you don't have to believe it. That's up to you. I'm not even trying to change your mind, brother. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I'm not even trying to change your mind. That's you. You. Yeah. You got a right to believe what you want to. The border is a big deal. Okay. Okay. I listen. Yeah. Yeah. Ben Carson. That's right. Yeah. And he is a brain surgeon. Yeah. Well, whatever. Okay. Hey, which job did they give? Hey, which job did they give you? Oh, that's right. None. Good morning. Who's this? Good morning. That's right. That's right. And they did. Yes. Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, true. 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 Mm-hmm. They did steal the vote. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I know the rule now. So, yeah. I know and the rule is that the party determines. Right. But most citizens don't. They think their vote counts. I mean, the Secretary of State guy, he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But but they still steal your vote. They take your vote and dump them in the trash. How many people? Wait. Okay, let me. Okay. Exactly. So let me ask you a question. You don't think that the average American thinks that his vote counts when he votes for somebody in the primary? Okay. That's true. That's, right. It's in the rules. Then why do they go out and make such a big deal about us voting if in fact they can take our votes and dump them in the trash? It's part of the process. Absolutely. And sooner or later, people in this country are going to figure that out. It's their rules. It's their rules. It's their rules, though. Right. It is. Okay. And as soon as Americans figure out one day, I'm not. Because when the Republicans can do this, I've never seen the Republicans do it, but I guess the Republicans have the same authority. But right. But let me ask you a question then. Okay, let me ask you a question. Let's calm down. Do you believe that most Americans realize that when they go to the polls, these parties are private parties and they don't have to abide by your vote? Do you really think most people know that? Yeah, bro. And that's a lot of people. They don't have to because they knew they got us like lemons. I hear you. Well, we know what that is. Mm-hmm. Right. They threw all those votes away. They threw the votes away. No, they threw the votes away. Okay. Let me ask you a question. Okay. One question I got. If it smells like doo-doo, it looks like doo-doo, it feels like doo-doo, then what is it? Okay. And that's what they sell in American people with these two parties. That's, yeah. Okay. People don't know about these rules, man. You just got done saying they don't tell you. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah. It's not negative. It's the truth. It's truth. Wait a minute. Is it true or not? Is it true? Is it truth? They take your votes and dispatch them. Yeah. But I knew the rule. I'm not surprised. What about those other people who don't know? Okay, then, bro. I hear. That's up to the party. The party. Hey, appreciate it. I hear. Listen, cry me a river. They cheat these people. Okay, these Republican and Democrat. These are private parties paid with primaries paid for by us, the citizen. And one of these days, the light's gonna come on to let people know that your vote only means something if they say it does. So going to vote every day and stuff like that, it don't really mean a whole hill of beans. These people can take your vote. It happened to me personally. It happened to 14 million people the other day when they got rid of Biden of the ticket, and now they put Kamala Harris. So if there's a threat to democracy, which we don't have a democracy, it's supposed to be a represented republic. But if there's a threat to that quote unquote democracy, then we saw it yesterday, and we saw right here in Montgomery, Alabama, with the judicial race between Morgan and the other lady's name. Okay, so we see it. So who's a threat to democracy? That's right. They are private parties. They can make their own rules. Okay, and yesterday you saw how 14 million people said, we don't want to. We're going to do something else. We'll be back.
Me and the kids were always messaging. They LOL'd, I ROFL'd, but then I changed phone and the bubbles went green. But where there's a fill, there's a way. And I found a way to share what's in here. I'm tapping my heart.
WhatsApp, the place to safely send messages between different devices. Message privately with everyone.
Mild start to our Monday will give way to a warm afternoon. Temperatures will top out in the upper 80s to low 90s. Clouds, some sunshine today, along with widely scattered showers and storms and high humidity. Tonight we'll see lows in the low 70s with a lingering shower. For the rest of the week, features much more of the same weather. Highs will be on either side of the 90s. Scattered rain and storm chances possible each day with lows in the 70s. And that's your first alert forecast. I'm WSFA meteorologist Nick Gunter on News Radio 1440.
Montgomery Skywatch traffic brought to you by Sons Automotive, family owned, family driven on News Radio 1440.
Good morning, Montgomery. 231 southbound. Looks like we've got a problem there at South Main Street near the entrance to Wind Creek. So traffic is really backed up on 231 southbound all the way back to Green Street. So be careful there, 231 south in Wetumpka. Outside of that, we're looking good. Nothing else has been reported by the authorities that would send anyone on an alternate route. The lowest tax rate in Alabama, it's at McKinnon Nissan. Plus, you'll get $5,200 off on Nissan Altimas, $4,000 off on Nissan Sentras. It's worth the drive. McKinnon Nissan, exit 212 off I-65 in Clanton. Buckle up, it's the law. From Montgomery Skywatch Traffic, this is Major Delay.
Let's get toned up, Montgomery. It's Matt Parsley from Budget Car and Truck Sales. If you're headed on vacation this year and need to lose some weight, I've got a weight loss solution. That means if your old ride is weighing you down, let's dump it. Because right now, you could drop that weight and drive a nicer, newer car for $8. That's right, $8 down. Yes, $8 down. It's not healthy to ride around town in a car you hate. You could ditch that old ride and drive for $8. Yes, $8 down. And if you have a trade, get up to $5,000 more than Kelley Blue Book for a car you hate. My For the People credit approval process will do all the heavy lifting. We work with the banks and the lenders that want to say yes. That's yes, yes, yes. So this month, forget about burning calories when you could be burning rubber in a nicer, newer car you love for just $8. That's $8 down. So don't let your old car weigh you down. I can help you lose that weight. But hurry, this deal is done once I've helped 127 people dump that old weight. I'm Matt Parsley. I'm your dealer for the people. See all these great rides at BudgetSaysYes.com. That's BudgetSaysYes.com. 61 Mendale Parkway next to Fraser Church, just off Atlanta Highway. 334-244-9777.
The thought of my sons growing up without me inspired me to quit smoking.
I talked to my doctors, and then I threw away all my cigarettes, ashtrays, and lighters.
I started exercising instead of smoking.
Staying away from alcohol when I was first quitting was key.
I kept on trying, learned something each time.
Do whatever it takes.
No matter how many times it takes.
We did it, so can you.
For free help, call 1-800-QUIT-NOW. A message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
It's time for fun in the sun, but be careful how much sun. Too much sun exposure can be dangerous. Skin cancer is the most common form of cancer in the United States, affecting all races, genders, and generations. Experts believe that 4 out of 5 cases of skin cancer could be prevented since damage from the sun's harmful ultraviolet rays is mostly avoidable. No matter where you are this summer, whether it's the beach or the backyard, take a few minutes to protect yourself from the sun. Try to stay out of the sun as much as possible, especially between the hours of 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. when the sun's rays are at its strongest. Wear a hat and long sleeves and put on sunscreen repeatedly throughout the day. Remember, your skin can be affected by the sun's rays even when it's cloudy.
This is State Health Officer Dr. Scott Harris. For more information, visit our website, www.alabamapublichealth.gov.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Chandra with today's tip for kids from the American Academy of Pediatrics. As a parent, it can be scary to hand the car keys to your teenager. To help your teen stay safe, be a good role model and follow traffic laws yourself. Set rules for your teen, including wearing a seatbelt, driving only during the day, and with limited distractions, including from their passengers. Finally, make sure your teen knows it is never okay to text and drive. For a sample driving agreement for teens, visit healthychildren.org.
Join Sean Hannity Sundays at 3 p.m. for the Encore Show.
Chinese, the Russians, don't fear Joe Biden.
On News Radio 1440.
Okay, all right, we're back. 860-1440 number here. You want to give us a call and talk to whatever on your mind this morning. And there are a lot of other things going on too. I don't think anybody got shot this weekend, did they? I think now that would be almost an impossibility. Somebody always gets shot around here. Good morning. Good morning. Oh, I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. Just follow the rules. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Matter of fact, it ought to have been elder abuse if they wasn't so close in age. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, but yeah, yeah. They're Michigan just using that. I think we have been too. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hey, what was that? E. Brutus? Yeah, yeah. Oh well, that's one of those things, I guess. Mm, yeah. Yeah. Well, that's wrong way intended to, though. I ain't mad about that, but I just don't know anything she has done that took courage that has taken us from one level to another. She can't even get the border. We still got thousands coming across in our nation. So I don't. What is she done? What's she doing? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh well. All right. Matter of fact, Emery Farmer had a saying: "It's not what you expect, it is what you inspect." What a great saying, as a matter of fact. 7:53 in the morning. Good morning, you there? Yeah, turn your radio down, whatever it is. Yeah, go ahead. All right, then. It's nice to have company. Uh, listen, I'm not so sure. Uh, I'm not so sure this is going to be a slam dunk. And some other people are. I mean, I'll accept whatever the, whatever the, whatever the results are. That's where I get it. But I really wish people would wake up in this country. It took me a long time to figure this out. When we vote, we are not voting. Uh, we're voting for the party and not necessarily the person. And they can change that person anytime during the process, even after the election, and null and void your vote. And both parties have the opportunity to do that. And I just think if the American people really need that, they will change their mind about this two parties. Good morning, on there. I don't know. No, no, I haven't watched this Lion King. Oh, Mufasa. Yeah. But he probably knew what was coming down later anyway. I'm pretty sure he did. Yeah. Mm. It's early in the morning. Good morning. Morning. Maybe how many you throw away? Well, but you have to right, but I think you need 226, I believe, to carry the presidency, I believe. So I mean, and that's a fair. Now, to me, if it were not for the electoral college, we would be up the creek big time. Well, again, let me answer. What does the electoral college count? Do you know? Do you know? Now, right, but what is the electoral college predicated on? Well, that can't be true because the popular vote can win. Okay. Again, I hate this. Mm. Well, that's fair because that's what it takes. California and California and New York would be the sponsor of every presidential election we have. I have a problem when you take people's votes and throw them away. Huh? Well, now, how many popular? You mean right? It's not about how many popular votes you get. Anyway, listen, I got okay, you got to call me. Right. I got to go. Time's up. We'll be back. The first hour is in the book.
WSFA 12, News Radio 1440.
Alabama lawmakers are requesting concerning Alabama. Alabama Governor Nick impact of a massive ethnic this year
News Radio 1440 is WLWI and the CBS News sponsored by
I'm Deborah Rodriguez. Endorsements and money are pouring into the brand new Kamala Harris for President campaign less than a day after President Biden announced he was dropping out of the race. We begin with correspondent Nancy Cordes at the White House.
Harris said she wants to earn this nomination, and to prove that, she spent more than 10 hours making phone calls to more than 100 politicians, advocates, and labor leaders. Her campaign says it took in $49.7 million yesterday alone. That would make it the biggest fundraising day of the 2024 cycle.
West Virginia's independent Senator Joe Manchin tells CBS Mornings he will not be switching back to the Democratic Party to launch a possible challenge to Harris' nomination. Though the primary process would be best.
There's a lot of people that have credentials that could do a great job as a new leaders. And again, it would help strengthen our belief, Kamala, and her position too. But that's why we've been predetermined, so we'll see what happens. And I think it's a mistake.
Harris will make an appearance outside the White House this morning. Stacey Lynn.
The Vice President is scheduled to speak at an event on the South Lawn celebrating the NCAA championship teams from last season. It will be her first public remark since President Biden announced he was exiting the race and endorsing her for the Democratic presidential nomination.
Political analysts say Harris could face a tough road ahead. Former CBS News White House correspondent Peter Mayer.
Politically, the country is the divided states of America. Polls show that Republicans are already melting, and it can be described as a vicious campaign against Kamala Harris, purposefully mispronouncing her name, questioning the qualification of a woman who was a prosecutor, a state attorney general, and a U.S. senator.
Israeli public broadcasting says Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was briefed on the deaths of 2 more hostages in Gaza. This before he boarded a flight for the U.S., where he's scheduled to address Congress and meet with President Biden.
This will be an opportunity to thank them for the things he did for Israel in the war, and during his long and distinguished career in public service as senator, as vice president, and as president.
Israel's military is looking into what specifically caused the deaths of those hostages. The head of the U.S. Secret Service is set to testify before a House committee this morning about the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump. CBS's Nicole Kidman.
James Comer says the hearing will be the beginning of the process to get answers to the people, including how the gunman made it on top of a roof.
S&P futures are up 35. Dow futures ahead 76. This is CBS News.
Sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Looking for a career path with flexibility, great pay, and benefits? Go to progressive.com/careers and apply online today.
As a roofer, I don't have time to pay. Homeowners rely on me, so I rely on Beacon. Beacon's unique network of branches work together to give me what I need, when I need it. And with the Beacon Pro Plus app, there's a brands I depend on, like GAF, right at my fingertips. Now through September 15th, purchase high-quality GAF with Beacon Pro Plus and earn up to $1,500. Go to BECN.com and download the Beacon Pro Plus app today. Beacon, always built.
James, what are you doing? What? I'm strolling along. No, it's blazing hot and dry out here. Don't you remember what the bear says?
Avoid using power equipment when it's windy or dry. Where'd you live?
Oh, it's on.
SmokyBear.com with many other wildfire prevention tips.
Right. Thanks, honey bear.
Because remember, only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ag.
Watch out for a new way thieves are stealing IDs.
SIM swapping is a growing form of identity theft that goes beyond hacking into an email or a social media account. Consider report security pattern IIDR.
Information about you and contact your mobile carrier your phone number to be associated with a new sign or e-SIM card that you have access to.
To avoid becoming a victim, experts suggest using different passwords and text-through multi-factor authentication. Stephen Kaufman, CBS News.
Britain's Prince George on his 11th birthday from his mom, Kate Middleton. She and her husband, Prince William, have shared a new black and white portrait taken by the Duchess, showing a smiling son in a blazer and white open-collared shirt with a friendship bracelet on his wrist. Speculation is from Taylor Swift's concert he attended with his dad and sister in London last month. Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
When something drives up the road, you know the first thing you see is your driveway. Your invitation. One day when you sit in your driveway will be the first peek of how well you've maintained this investment. This is how like you improve on your concrete technology. Call today for all your concrete needs. Your driveway and your swimming pool. With clear walls and drainage systems to completely outdoor. We have hundreds of pictures of you. Imagine seeing our customers post some signs we will never show them. We will time you call 334-284-9292. Include follow us on Facebook for hundreds of pictures of print and past pictures. How many are today? 334-284-9292. 334-284-9292. Distinct areas that you know a lot of times with the trees, with something to quality or especially when you look at the hospital. When it is middle school, you can do anything with the 500 a month with huge. And it's also true that people wind up way more satisfied. Middle school medical is critical of the typical health because medicine more than 30 years. Maybe a kid with $5 billion of skills, the love that is better health, the love the food. Yeah, really, you can see the tone, that's better. And being happy with it. If you're self-employed, a place to keep it and I'll let you know on the side. You know, just call 855-51, 855-51 Bible, 855-51. With just a couple of clicks on he's come to your door and it's just a simple thing. Smart speaker. News Radio 1430.
Okay, we are back. I've been trying to figure out how to explain the electoral. Because I learned about it, I didn't really have to understand it. I never get news. That's just what I believe in Hillary Clinton's way got more popular votes than Trump got. But Trump got the Electoral College, and a lot of people don't know exactly what the Electoral College is. But I'll try to explain for the hours out after doing my exhaustive research what it is. This. A lot of people know how it. Well, again, people know. And like you tell me, give me a quick version. Okay. But Alabama got 9, I believe. I think Alabama got 9. Right. Okay. So, but they don't have to go 271. 271. they don't have to go with the popular vote. That's not what I read. Okay. That don't make me hang up on you, man. It's too early. I don't know. If he's not in the race anymore, maybe he can't know me. Yeah. Now who's the ATNIC? Yeah, I know what it stands for. Who are you talking about? Well, I think Obama is keeping his powder dry, just in case. No, he hasn't. That's true. Yeah. Well, all I know is your vote don't count as much as you think it does with these parties. So they can take your vote, dump it in the trash. Mm. Okay, well, always. I mean, yeah. All right, you're not always wrong. 8:11 in the morning, you want to go there. Yeah. But he was right. I mean, he was right about almost things. There are going to see one that you really want to get get your way. Mm. Okay. Good morning. Oh, this is good. This is good. Well, because we all know what they don't want it. They don't want it. I mean, that's true. That's right. Right. That's happens. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah. We'll see. It's going to be an interesting Democratic convention. Good morning, you're there. Good morning. Probably they're not supporting it. Mm. But now he just said a few minutes ago in the news that he wasn't going to go back to the Democratic Party to run. But then again, Biden said he wasn't going. Right. So, well, first of all, you don't want to stifle, any potential, uh, like you said, good folks. Because I mean, if first sergeant said, I need somebody to do people, you don't want to people not doing because they know you already got. Right. Good morning, young man. I did. Yeah, I did. Mm-hmm. I cannot figure out what crime that you did that you took away your right to vote, and you still have to pay taxes. The only person that said that somebody killed somebody because he took someone else's vote away. I still don't know what in the world that's got to do with vote. Mm-hmm. But those are merit-based jobs. Those, those are merit-based jobs. This is an elected job. If you get elected, mm-hmm. Okay, you talking about okay. So wait a because because everybody in this country knows what on with Trump. They get a political persecution. We're talking about somebody. We're talking about money that may or may not have been paid to somebody to keep their mouth shut. Okay, when the Clintons paid $750,000 to that woman so she shut up. It's a political persecution. So, but let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. No. Wait a minute. Let me ask you something. Why do you think? Okay, most of us in America are pretty much law-abiding citizens. We believe in right and wrong. You would agree with that, right? Let me. Yeah, let me ask you. Yeah, let me ask you something. Why do you believe? Why do you believe that most of us, and I'm most of us, why do you believe that we would vote for a guy who got quote unquote 34 felony? Why do you think we would do that? Okay. Mhm. Listen, I'm with you. Unless you killed somebody, I think you ought to be able to get one too, as long as they redeem themselves. I got no problem with that. I don't know why we stop people from getting jobs because they did something wrong years and years and years ago. I don't know why. Trump didn't make those laws. It wasn't a crime. It wasn't a crime. When it happened, it was not a crime. Yeah. No. No. It was a misdemeanor. I don't care. That's their money. The bank, wait a minute. The bank didn't complain. The bank didn't complain. They said everybody got paid back. So what? That's business. As long as you pay them back, brother. So once you pay them back, it ain't no crime no more. Anyway, listen, man, I gotta go. I don't really care what happened in New York. They got things in New York you have to do to stay in business that are absolutely free. You know, hey, you got to pay everybody something along the way in order to get something done. So Trump didn't make them laws. He just played along with them because that's what the people do in New York. Kind of like Los Angeles. Okay. 8:20 in the morning. Come on, who's this? Okay. Wait. Did you just get up? Wait. I don't know. Well, leadership is leadership, regardless of which party you're in. Okay. I got you. Wait, you just got to talk to me. I have a bunch of people. And there are other things going on besides what happened in Washington. Like I really, really very concerned about it. I don't like either one of them running for president. I think I don't want Kamala Harris. I don't want Joe Biden. And I really wanted Trump. So, had DeSantis not got out, I'd have voted for DeSantis or Ron DeSantis. I mean, those are my, and I like Trump. But I just know, when you tear it all down, you got to put the choices here, you know. And talking about an improvement in democracy, I have to feel one of my callers. Absolutely right. Something, they threaten democracy by taking everybody's vote who voted for the good and throwing in trash. And they put Kamala Harris. Okay, then. I ain't that. That's good. Parties can do what they want to do. Yeah, now here's something about the last week that I am so much. Other day I was on the radio with Dale Jackson up in Huntsville, and we had I wasn't on with him long, but one of the things, we executed a guy last week, named Edmund Gavin. He 1998 killing at an ATM machine. And of course, that was true. What he did was absolutely terrible. But for us to be gleeful about it, there's something about it that I don't know. And I'll get to that in a second. Good morning, over there. Good, how you? Ain't that the truth? Mhm. Mhm. That is, it has not been him, and that bothers me too. Yeah, yeah. Shadow government. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Oh. We are willing to sacrifice, right? We are willing to sacrifice the safety, the sanctity of America for political gain. And, yeah. All right, appreciate it. And listen, I'm nervous for our country too. We'll be back 8:26 in the morning right after this.
Turn up your radio. Here's the Sean Hannity Morning Minute.
Operation Dump and Destroy Biden is in full force. We keep hearing Mark Halpern reporting that he will get out of the race as soon as Sunday. On the other hand, we're hearing a Biden spokesman shooting down this as a baseless story. So I don't know what the truth is, but when Chris Coons of Delaware, one of his closest friends, is saying that Biden is weighing who is the best candidate to win in November, you know, something is going on here. Whether or not Biden eventually does this or not, I have no idea of knowing. I know everybody wants to be in the know. I'm not going to act like I am. I think the odds are higher that he gets out. I think the odds then would be higher that Kamala Harris becomes Donald Trump's opponent.
Check out the Sean Hannity radio show later today, right here.
You know, out of all the things we can do to maintain and protect our homes, you know what? Getting up on a ladder, cleaning out the gutters, that's the last thing anyone wants to do. I know, I've done it. And right now you can save up to 30% off your entire purchase when you go to leaffilter.com/Hannity. An investment in Leaf Filter is an investment engineered to protect your entire home. Now, the beauty of Leaf Filter is they take care of everything start to finish. Every installation comes with a free inspection, free estimate, and a lifetime guarantee. Now, a Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will clean out, realign, seal your gutters before installing Leaf Filter. Protect your home and never clean out gutters ever again with Leaf Filter. They're America's #1 gutter protection system. And schedule your free inspection. Get up to 30% off your entire purchase when you go to leaffilter.com/Hannity. That's a free inspection up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/Hannity, and do it today.
See representative for warranty details. Promotion is 20% off plus a 10% senior or military discount, one discount per household.
Counsel.
The doctor's office that mixed up your files has your social security number. The power company that mistakenly cut your service has your payment info and last 3 addresses. Your info is in endless places that could accidentally expose your info to identity theft. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every second. If your identity's stolen, they'll fix it guaranteed or your money back. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code PLAY at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
I don't like onions.
I don't know.
I'm doing paleo. Do they have gluten-free bagels?
Mm.
You can't juggle every food request with work events, or can you? Indicator is the all-in-one tech platform that makes it easy to get restaurant catering for work, with options for any group size, taste, dietary preference, or budget. EasyCater saves your favorite restaurants and orders, which makes reordering a snap. Need to modify an order? No problem. So when it comes to food for work, make it easy on yourself with EasyCater. Start your order at easycater.com.
For 65 years, Guardian Credit Union has been your trusted financial partner, and now we're proud to extend that trust further by introducing Guardian Insurance Services. Whether protecting your home, car, or even your business, we've got the coverage that fits your needs. Our team is here to guide you every step of the way with the personalized service you know and love. Call 334-819-7555 for a free quote today. Guardian Insurance Services, building on 65 years of trust, now safeguarding your future.
My wife and I enjoyed a wonderful dinner last week with friends we hadn't seen in a long time. The next day, we received a handwritten note which they delivered to our mailbox, letting us know how much they had enjoyed our dinner together, along with an article that we had discussed. You know, in today's high-tech, low-touch world, it's refreshing to get a thoughtful handwritten note once in a while. It's enough to inspire me to get started. To learn more, check us out at BeKindnessRevolution.net.
Alexa smart speakers are great because you don't have to turn a dial or push a button to listen to News Radio 1440. Just say, Alexa, play News Radio 1440.
I'm on it.
You're good to go.
You know, I just got a letter from a guy. He wrote this on Facebook. Absolutely a fantastic explanation why he isn't going for health care. Not because of any personal, like we all have. But I got to read it. Clear, rational decision. I'll get to that in a little bit. I'll tell you about that. Anyway, I wanted to get into this thing because last week when they executed Mr. I guess it's Gavin, Edmund Gavin for 1998 at an ATM, which was horrendous, which was bad, and he paid for that. But it amazes me. We live in the dirty South down here, and we seemingly believe about killing people. I just think that this is we have this belief state. We execute a person. I understand justice must be carried out, but we seem to be very happy about it. It's a mystery to me. Things are broken forever. We should feel called to vote and not believe. I don't know anybody who was born and grew up said, well, my ultimate thing I want to do is to be executed. And we decide, well, we all read the Bible and we have no churches and we live in a place like this. We have this gleeful about this stuff. It just bothers me to stay around the court executed Gavin by the Lutheran Ghetto on Thursday. In 1998, when the North Alabama delivered at an ATM. It was wrong. There's no justification for that. But somewhere I feel that we as a society is somewhat responsible for the habit and for the things that are going on in our nation right now. And maybe somewhat this guy. He's 64 years old now. I may have been 30, 40 years ago, from 1998. 2008, 2000, years ago. I don't know, however many years ago it was. It's around there. It just seemed like to me that first of all, we take too long to do it. None of us are the same person 20 years in the future when we were 20 years in the past. None of us are the same person. We live and learn. Listen, I'm not making any excuse for what I did. The guy was wrong. But I heard Dale Jackson the other day said he just wants to kill more. And me and Dale will have to have a conversation about that. I don't think that's the right attitude. We like those in a place where we don't have to do this kind of thing. What makes us killing, what makes the state killing any better than what we do? You know, we start killing somebody in the means to an end. We see killing people in the means to an end. And I realize that every person might be wrong. It's probably the wrongest thing we can do on it. But I don't know. It bothers me that we believe folks right. Now, if you disagree with me, so 860-1440 is the number. I'm just not that equal now. I feel sad that he killed somebody, and we killed him. I don't see anything to celebrate. I don't see. I mean, it's the tragedy of our where we are now. We will not teach right and wrong in our schools. We don't teach since the 90s. We don't really teach morality. We won't let it. We won't teach it. And then we bring in the people who seem to the difference between right and wrong. I don't mind a guy who knows right and wrong and does something wrong. That I've done. But I know there's a line to do that. And so I was just wondering, why are you one of those people that feel that take popcorn and get let's get ready for the execution? Are you one of those people who are saddened like I am that we even have to do that? And we're saddened because he took the life of some other human being. It wouldn't bother him. But you got to think about it. What would make someone take something outside combat? I don't, and I'm glad I didn't have to shoot anybody this time. So I guess I'm just wondering how. I think shooting is shooting. I can understand that, but I don't know. It's just there's such a newspapers all over on Facebook and stuff like that. I feel Dale Jackson, yeah, I want to do more. I don't. No. Anyway, 860-1440 is the number here. We move on to. I just want to say that. Good morning, on there. Good morning. Oh yeah. And I brought that up, Mr. Cunningham. I brought that up many times about our police chasing people through the streets, having them speed. We lost a guy, a chaplain. We lost a chaplain. The police department that same way, chasing people. He gets hit by somebody trying to do it. It did happen. So I think we leave it alone when we don't do it. I kind of understand maybe, but certainly not to the city. Yeah. 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 We got helicopters and radios. If nothing else, let them run through the gate. Yeah. I got a lot of things on my plate this morning, Mr. Steve, I'm glad you're talking to me. Yeah. Well, it probably is. Yeah, thank you. And we talked about a lot of the police chases within the city. Police speeding, the person speeding, and somebody innocent always in the hurt. We ought to put a chase in the city. Have surveillance. We got helicopters and things like that. I don't know if the city has a helicopter or not. Yeah, yeah. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. Good morning. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. And so why was he? Why was he? Yeah, yeah. I guess my thing is, it's a shame when we have to do that. I just, and I understand why they did it. I guess but the state uses what they figured is a solution. He used what he thought was a solution. And who's right? No. Are we better at killing him than we would kill somebody else? And if people in jail, they'll let them. Yeah, yeah. That's true, and that's why family should not be involved in deciding the country. Because we know what we want to do to them. If you hurt my kid, I'm ready to take you out. But it's taking you out. That's that. That, that makes you know better than him. Yeah. Mm. All right. Appreciate it. Yeah, but yeah, I know the guy. The guy was a bad guy. The guy was a bad guy. I just don't think that we should be gleeful about it. That's all. I mean, if you got to do it, it should hurt you. I don't think that's one job I don't know. Somebody it's the one job that I don't believe I ever want. Okay? A lot of jobs. Took a job one time and digging stuff in the manhole. Stick stuff down the manhole, right? I worked on a computer in high school. Yeah, I used to yeah, that's what I was. I had big pants on and I'm down there with a shovel, undoing a hole full of manure, human manure. Yeah, so I'd rather do that job than do a job, where you do the weekend jack. Yeah. I understand why they did it. But there's this week, and we ought to be sad we have to do it for another human being. But that's my take on that. I had to get that out. I didn't have an opportunity to do it. Yeah, it seems that all that is going to be well for the time being. We won't know till the convention starts. We'll see the tax. I don't really know how that goes. I don't really, and really don't want to go to it. Listen, like, I watch it on TV. Anyway, we'll be back. We know momentum. 8:42 in the morning. If you got something else on your mind, please call us and talk to you. What's your thoughts about this? I come back. I feel on Facebook that wrote about her, and it actually made a sense. And we are back. You know, there's this thing going around about Project 2025. Up until recently, I kept hearing about it and didn't know what it was, so I had to do some research about it. They say Trump wants to do all of these things if he is re-elected. I heard somebody say he's going to put it back in slavery. Okay, right. He can't even fully put it back. I'm sorry, that dog ain't gonna hunt. But Democrats use extremism like that. Here are some of the things that they think Trump wants to do if he gets back in office. I'll tell you which one I agree with and which one I certainly would not agree with. Purge the government of thousands of civil servants and replace them with unqualified, far-right MAGA loyalists. I don't know. And we probably do need to downsize our government some, but to replace everybody, I don't know. I don't know about that. They're doing a good job. Let's keep people. But we probably do need to downsize the government just a little bit. Number two, send the Justice Department into true political enemy. Oh, like they did him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But I'm hoping that Mr. Trump, if he wins, will let you got the highest office in the land. I think that I don't think he'll do that. But here's what I do agree with: pardon violent, quote unquote, violent January 6th criminal insurrectionists. I still say nobody has been charged with insurrection, and so I do think they deserve a pardon. Pack the Supreme Court and lower courts with MAGA extremists. Depends on what you call MAGA extremists. If you mean people who are dedicated to the tenets of the Constitution of the United States, yeah, I'm all for that. If you're going by the Constitution, enact a national abortion ban and restrict IVF access. So I'm all for enacting a national abortion ban except in the life of the mother. All rape, and I think even then I don't like it. I think that's up to the woman. But besides that, you don't have a abortion if you and Tyrone or you and Bubba broke up. Okay? Remove mentions of abortion and reproductive health from agency material. I don't know. It's funny they call it reproductive health when they want to kill somebody, a child. Where's the reproduction in that going on? Okay. Reverse President Biden's student debt forgiveness. Absolutely, I'm right on for that. Hard-working, blue-collar people paying for people who got good time to do on stupid things to get the job in. That's your problem, not all. Okay. Reinstate give tax handouts to the ultra wealthy and big corporations. I don't even have a problem with that, actually. They're the ones who hire people. They're the ones who give people jobs. They don't make the economy move. Why not give them a break? Okay? Why not? Okay. I'll give it eliminate union and worker protection. That I'm not for. Cut Social Security, raise retirement age, I'm not for that either. Cut Medicare. I don't know if that's a bad thing to do. Now, so we have to see that. If we provide health care for tens of millions of people, let me see that in writing. Remove protections for pre-existing conditions. I'm not for that either. Repeal President Biden's law that allows Medicare to negotiate for lower drug prices. Yeah, not for that either. Let them do that. Abolish the Department of Education. Absolutely right. All it has done is make education worse since 1979. Implement and expand book banks. I'm not and you read what they want to. No, we don't. We don't kids. Go after marriage equality. You know, explain to me exactly what that means. But it's clear we define what the Arab is, so yeah, we don't really know what that means. We don't know. I think that was one out. Reinstate of Trump's transgender military ban and external I'm all for that. You know, don't do it in the military. If you're a born man, you're still a man. And if you're born a woman, you are still a woman. Okay? So, keep it up. Okay. Even climate protections and adjusting the program that has become a religion to some people and all of it, and you're paying, and I don't want to give it to your estimate. We feel the Inflation Reduction Act, President Biden, climate law, absolutely different. Replace climate advisory with fossil fuel lobbyists. Without deregulate the corporation and the oil industry. I don't know about deregulate. We have to figure out what they mean. Seeing the U.S. military after anti-Trump protests. Of course, we don't want to do that. That's the job. Put immigrants in mass detention camps. Without immigrants, illegal. Rip migrant children from the arms of their mothers. Okay, then. You know, you can call the DUI, and they think you feel what to do with your child away from you. Don't come here, we don't know. Good morning. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But now we do have a Congress and a Senate. So one man cannot do all of that. Mm-hmm. Roe versus women. Roe versus Wade initially when it was given to us, that's what they did then. They said you can kill your baby. And what president community kills citizens? Wait. I've never seen that. I've never seen that. So the president gets the right. The president gets the right to kill people in the United States, and that's what we call hyperbole. Yeah. No, he does have certain, and so does a governor, so does a judge, so does a mayor. You have to give them some latitude, not to kill people, but to do their job. Oh, show me the law, show me the Supreme Court ruling which says you have the right to kill people to be president, except in war. you've been way after. Have you been watching the Twilight Zone lately? Have you watched that Twilight Zone lately? Yeah. Okay. Okay, I gotta go. We'll be back.
News update on News Radio 1440. News Radio 1440 is WRWI 85. CBS.
I'm Jacob Rodriguez. Democratic support is growing for Kamala Harris' presidential campaign. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear, a possible candidate for the vice presidency, is tracking this moment. Obviously, get back to the Americans and not members of the political party. I believe that the vice president will win this election. He will move us in that direction, and that's why I'm very excited to provide my full endorsement to it. Adam Schiff is also endorsed tariffs. CBS's John Dickerson says the vice president still has lots of work ahead.
This thing that the vice president is doing is integrate himself into a campaign structure. And that's different when you change players in the middle of the game. It's just tricky to get yourself into the main system. Who do you trust? Who do you give decision-making power to? Then she's got a lot down the nomination. And David Webb doesn't bruise those skills. It brings in people who might not like the way this happens.
Virginia's independent Senator Joe Manchin, one of them, he said he was considering re-registering as a Democratic for the nomination. He tells CBS News.
You can believe that there was not going to be a formal process or any process. Other things was good. I'm not looking for what we've done is trying to raise the attention of people think that everybody would speak up. We're just looking for attention. A lot of people don't want to speak up.
President Biden remains in his home in Delaware, where he's been recovering from COVID. Correspondent Linda Kendon is in Rehoboth Beach.
As the nation observes the impact of his decision to end his re-election campaign, the president's announcement on social media has earned him praise from fellow Democrats. In addition, his endorsement of Vice President Harris has been removed. The direction of the campaign to revisit their wallets.
He says almost $50 million poured in the hours after Mr. Biden's announcement. Secret Service Director Kimberly Cheadle is expected to face tough questions when she testified before a House committee today on the assassination attempt on former President Trump. Correspondent Nicole Killings in Capitol Hill.
Cheadle, Social Agency for revealing himself, was more than a dozen congressional Republicans and at least one Democrat.
An NBA superstar will take center stage at the Olympics opening ceremony in Paris Friday. Dame selected as the male flag bearer for Team USA. He's the first men's player tapped for the honor, with John Stanley and Sue Bird going before. The Dow is up 6 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your on your dashboard. Meet.com/. First sponsored show. Terms and conditions.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that. Your vehicle's moving along the speedway after the great compression styles. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts. And with eBay guarantee fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, you can get your cash. If you ride or die or ride, eBay Motors.
Hollywood screenwriters rewritten an unconventional political script.
Aaron Sorkin gave us the political drama The West Wing.
Mr. President.
Hours before President Biden stepped out of the race, Sorkin wrote in the New York Times that the Democrats should nominate Republican Utah Senator Mitt Romney.
I'm running as a Republican in the next election.
But then, after the Biden departure, Sorkin endorsed Kamala Harris, saying about his idea to take it all back. Steve Ethan, CBS News.
90 in Palm Beach. Cooling off isn't so easy. Luckily, turtles at the local zoo are getting help. The Society's corral.
If you like to go over there with their hose, you can go to for them, and they'll usually stretch out their legs and lean into it. A massage for them because they can actually feel it through their shot.
Deborah Rodriguez, CBS News.
The first thing they see is your driveway. Your driveway and to be the best. And do.
But you don't have to go that far to hear your favorite talk show hosts.
Okay, right. You know, there's a, if you want to get the comparison between Trump and why a lot of people support Trump as opposed to Kamala, I think it can all be, some of it can be tracked back to the first, what was the first thing that Biden did when he got in office. And I remember the first thing he did. Okay, I remember the first thing he did. The first thing he did was to hold on to people out of the job, right? By disbanding the uh, disbanding the pipeline with 15 jobs. I mean, we live in a nation. People, and all he has done is called prices more, not just but the policy that he put out. I mean, the guy put 1,500 people out of a job. Everything is going up. Prices are going up. I think 39%. Electric bills are going up 21%. There's nothing that has come down since that man has been in office. Okay? But again, I'm still trying to figure out who's it's not in him. I mean, anybody thinks they're smoking or some Honolulu, that's how I am. It's not in him. Okay? And I'm not saying that Trump is the all of our problems either. But I know Democratic philosophy, and again, to prove my point, and I'm a voter on April 15, 40, first time callers, Nick, let us know to prove my point, every city in this country that has been overrun with bad schools and much crime are ran by Democrats. 90% of the cities in this country that have been overrun by criminality and bad schools is ran by Democrats. Prove me wrong. Okay? Prove me wrong. These things for the president, White House, listen, the courts are so bad, the courts are so bad in Washington, we have thugs going around robbing the Secret Service. Listen, stealing the Secret Service cars. You know, do I need to say more? Does the philosophical principles of the Democratic Party need to say more? Look at every city in America with a bad school system. You'll find that in criminality, you'll find 90 to 95% of them are made by somebody from the Democratic Party. But tell me I'm wrong. 81440 is our number. You want to give us a call? It is 9:12 in the morning. Get money on there. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. No.
How the farm came into the
Here's another thing, too. You work with committees and companies. They're respectful. You know, need that. And we need to work with those people. And they're not going to pay much attention to them. They barely pay attention to the Bible. And so they certainly, I'm not saying whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. I'm just saying that the world is, those people do not respect women in leadership. And right now, the world's on fire, and we're not going to pay her no attention. Yeah. Yeah, still there. Yeah. And now we want people, not just them, now we want people to take our kids in public school, okay, and if the council, I think on the girl, they want the school that have the ability to be involved in gender discrimination without yeah. Yep. Yeah. Yeah. Mm. It is 8 number here when you and that research is what? Again, what is, well, I ain't never said I was fair and balanced. Yeah. I ain't promised that. I'm in the middle, but the best, well, tell me something that Trump did policy wise that was bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Right. Because Democrats are bad for us. The Democrats are bad for us. Okay. I do. I'll try and make that. Good morning. Who's this? I can't afford groceries since you've been in there. I gotta do something for it. Well, anyway, you know, you use a bad word. I gotta next time. Good morning on air. Good morning. I think that respect for women in leadership in a lot of the men's countries, they don't respect women in leadership. Well, Margaret Thatcher was one of us. Yeah, yeah. I didn't say females are bad. I said mid East countries. Mid East countries. And like he was all right over in Germany. Sure, sure. You don't want to go with something like that. As long as you work with Europeans and things of that nature, you normally but I'm telling you, in Saudi Arabia, the Middle East countries, they do not look at women in the same way they look at men. And well, how did that work out? How did that work out? No, no, and they treat our women the same. They treat all women pretty much the same. They do not have a respect, a genuine respect for women in leadership, especially when it's over men. Sure. And what did they accomplish? Well, Thatcher was pretty good. I thought her and Reagan, that was a unique partnership right there. But she's not from the Mideast. That's the UK. Yeah, and she did. Right. I mean, right? I was Margaret Thatcher was a once in a lifetime, this is a lifetime woman who garnered the respect of people by the way she lived. And I ain't mad at her. But I don't think I don't I certainly don't think that Kamala Harris has that respect for the world of the world. We should. No, I think she was a figurehead, but I don't think she did nothing. That's what I can remember. I don't remember any signature thing she accomplished. She was matter of fact, we almost forgot about that, the place over there. Well, 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 I think President Trump lied on a couple of people because we could get a better. And I hope if you win, I hope that better people get picked this time and don't. No, he did not. I don't think he did. No. No, hell no. Okay. No, I can't. You hired Buddy. You hired money on there. Money. Mhm. Listen, I don't disagree with what you just said. Good morning on there. Yes. Mhm. Men. I don't. Sometimes winning the battle, sometimes winning the battle, though, means you have to put forth a strong front. I'm just telling you that in the Middle East, that culture over there does not give women that kind of. Well, men are the ones, for the most part, that built this country. Yeah. And we've all, I kind of Lisa, she's pretty strong. Condoleezza Rice and Kamala Harris is totally different ball games here. And I vote for her. I don't always vote for women, but I vote for her. Right? Now you know, no, uh, she's smart. She'll get a man. That's the truth. The last thing we need to do is two women run ball. Mm. Again, I'm going to. I, before I leave, can you tell me the one significant thing that he has done? Okay, I hear you. Yeah. Yeah, we gotta take a break. We'll be back right after. Mhm.
message from the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and CDC.
After that one was fired with a quick fix. There's another on my silver Casey talking friends online kept me. Well, when I was eating scream, instead of smoking after I eat, I get up and take a walk. I'm just having a cigarette in my hand. So I hold a penny and spoon. Temptation with my friends who didn't smoke. I went to places that were smoke free. The first time I tried, I took the try. I learned something each time. Do whatever it takes, no matter how many times it takes. I quit. I quit. I quit. We do it. So can you.
You can quit.
I quit.
It really works. Human Services and CDC.
Today's the American video. Your goal is to be the one. And the proper way to increase the risk for children. I want to be we will stay. Together, we will rise above fear.
Let's conclude new chocolate that the rise of the paycheck.
Don't miss Hannity. Apparently, it appears with a period at 2 p.m. Newsletter.
Okay, before we get back to anything, let me give you a message, an important message from the Council on Substance Abuse. Did you know that 65 million Americans binge drink or drink heavily? It is Alcohol Awareness Month. And this month is set aside to raise awareness of the dangers caused by alcohol misuse. 29% of all traffic fatalities are caused by alcohol. Impaired driving. Clean alcohol kills nearly 5,000 people a year. That's a lot of people. That's more than all illegal drugs combined. Closer, the Council on Substance Abuse is bringing about awareness to reduce the pain and suffering caused by alcohol abuse and use. So if you are someone you know needs help with alcohol abuse, there is help. Closer here. With the Council on Substance Abuse and call today at 334-262-1629. That's 334-262-1629. Or go to closerncabd.org. Get educated in the dangers of alcohol abuse. Again, call COSA 334-262-1629. Get the help you need now. For a bright and sober future. It's never too late. Because COSA care. That's the Council on Substance Abuse. Let me that number one more time. 334-262-1629. Good morning to you. Now, somebody told me that somebody told me that the president wanted to get off the house, lowered insulin. And I just got to go on insulin and say that it's gotten higher. I guess you can put anything in it. Money on there. Yes. Yeah, yeah. You talking about in America? Well, American was killed in a yeah. No, no. Well, I guess that is why we have, that is why they have immunity. Yeah. Oh, they can't. Oh, okay. All right. I believe, brother. You were too. Appreciate it. All right. Well, we got the answers to that question. Here's what? Who's this? Not that it matters. Yes, sir. What's going on, dog? Yeah. To sit there and look good. Right. Well, that's the official word. Mm-hmm. Right. Right. She was asked by the president to go down there and straighten out that board. And it, wait, wait a minute. If you no. But if you're the border, wait a minute. If you're the border czar, that means that you. Well, evidently she didn't have one. Uh, Wait a minute. We know why it came because he opened the floodgate. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, so if you're a working person, then now they double it up on you. Oh, okay. If you they're not working. Mhm. Mhm. Right, right, right. Well, I can just tell you economically, our nation was a hell of a lot better shape than it is now. Economically. Now you know that's a lie, right? Wait, but you know that's a lie, right? You do know that a bunch 500 companies, wait a minute, 500 companies came back to the United States when Trump said, we're going to cut off from this stuff and all in this country. 500 companies came back to the United States. Prove it to me. Give me a list of all the jobs we say was lost. And they were from wait a minute. They were from Obama's cabinet. So wait a minute, they're gonna tell the truth. How can you bring back 500 companies? 500 companies came back to the United States. Okay. I think they're better off than they are now. Yeah. Let me say, do you have one? Wait a minute, do you have one? Do you have a 401k? Okay, and is it worse now than it was? Okay. All right, yeah. Send me a screenshot of it. Okay. It's 9:38 in the morning. Now there is one thing. You know they say figures don't lie, but liars do. Now I will admit to you, it looks like every president that gets in office, we hear about whether it's Trump, whether it's Kennedy, whether it's Barack Obama, whether it's the Bushes, every president we hear it's never been better than this than any other president. I mean, every president in office we lavish these remarks on them. All I know is that when Trump was president, I think there was an enthusiasm looking forward to the future. You know, kind of like when Ronald Reagan was in. You know, there was an enthusiasm. No, everything wasn't perfect for everybody. People still lost their jobs. People still died of cancer. People still lost their. We understand that. But there was an enthusiasm to go out there with a belief. With a belief that if you really go out there and do what you got to do, you can make it. Okay. So that again, I felt a whole lot better then than I do now. Because it seems that all the Democrats worry about for the most part is cutting your boys' wiener off and making them a girl. And making your girls think they're men. Everything they do has something to do either with sexuality or color. I mean, think about it. Is there any policy that they come up with that doesn't have the tentacles of race or sexuality? No. Good morning, you're there. Good morning. Yeah, it ain't 2%. Yeah. Yeah. There was an enthusiasm in the attitudes of people that the brighter days were. And the guy gets it right out the first day. The first thing he does is kill 1,500 jobs. First thing he did. So, yeah. And left how many millions? Left how many millions and billions of dollars of equipment over there? Yeah. All right, appreciate it. And according to my last caller, we need her czar. What is a czar? Yes, what is a czar? This is from a weekend who just said that she was a czar. What was the policy? Okay. A person appointed by government to advise on and coordinate policy in a particular area. Can anybody tell me what policy she came up with and what coordinates to do? When she went down there with that day, and since they've been there with like this, I just the czarship thing didn't work out. 860-14, good morning. Yes. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No. Coke? You talking about Coke or Coca-Cola? What the fuck? 880? Oh, you get it in a souvenir cup. Okay. Yeah. Market. Please get something for your money. I thought you made it. Well, now, I really, nobody really has to. Yeah. Well, okay. Yeah. Well, pretty cheap. Okay, you need to go down Saturday morning. I can do it. They got plenty. What? Well, they got good jeans in Brookville. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now, let's not even talk about rent. Let's not even talk about rent. If you don't own the house. Let's not talk about it. We pay about $700 plus $1,300. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I just. And the light bill, my God, that's not even talking about the light bill. And I was down the light bill the other day, said, what are we going to do when we can afford this? And the people back here that took the money that looked at the food. I said, what are we going to do? We can't afford it. I'm going to be in the dark. Nobody's their fault. I'm just saying, I'm going to do my pride. Yeah. It's tough. Yeah, it would have. Yeah. How many states do you get? Seriously? What kind of state? What kind of state is that? Yeah, I can't even eat that. That's, yeah. Ain't that the truth? And it's Democrats. Yeah, and Democrats are most crime and bad things up. So, okay. Hey, Bruce, I got to break. Look, it's right 9:48 in the morning. Right here on News Radio 14. Right there. That's where it needs to go. Yeah.
My name is
Right there.
Because the light strength and then faith. Together, we will light the belt.
And we are back. Jonathan, really good. Good morning, Victor Hope. Yeah, that's you. Yeah, that was the thing. Yeah, I don't think most people. Yeah, I don't think most people worry about that either. I mean, we're too busy trying to survive. When I say we, I mean as human beings, human beings. Yeah. Well, that's because then you probably need a job. you know. And, yeah, and this is the South. You know, so people carry a lot of luggage. People carry a lot of luggage down here. You know. Yeah. Well, you know, like I always say, we cannot get out of the way of the past to get to the South. And that my Samuel Jackson. Yeah, but I understand. Yeah, it's prevalent. It is. Yeah. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I'm glad I ain't one of them. Well, I'm going to tell you, right, right. I'm going to tell you what I think one way to eradicate is us only having a conversation about it. And sooner or later, it won't come up. Here's the problem. A lot of people who became prominent in those sacrifices, their safety, their livelihood, now a lot of them are not as prevalent anymore because they did what they thought to do, and that's make a better city and a better society. But now, along with that, comes our memories become vague. We don't remember the sacrifice of the people, and I just, we got to do it. We have a generation now that paved the way that don't feel as important as they used to. And so the only way to keep us important up is to keep reminding us about what happened. And so, yeah, that's true. Yeah, I don't either. But there are some on both sides. On both sides, there are some. But the donation, yeah. But the majority of us, we say live and let live. Thanks for your call. Appreciate your call. Uh, Man, my time is almost up. I don't know what I'm going to do. All right, well, my time is no sense to try to get another conversation going. But thank you guys for tuning in and listening this morning. And I'm pretty sure this is not the end. This is not the end of the conversation, but merely the beginning of one. Anyway, hope everybody has a great day today, and and do something with your life. But don't forget, if you don't do what you know is the right thing to do, you're wrong. The whole world knows that now.